It has been 5 days. It has been the shortest 5 days of my entire life because this is the first wrestling fed that I've made in said 5 days. And what a better way to get in here. Alright, there's no better way. Alright, folks, I'll tell you what, it's time to talk about the lowest ever SmackDown quarters. Welcome back to Fog Wrestling. Let's stir that pot of absolute mince over on Friday nights. Yeah, we brought you earlier on the day the lowest rated SmackDown ever. I mean, holy frickin' moly. I mean, that. No, that speaks for it. I mean, the lowest ever. I said we could head under a million, and people laughed at me. Yo, how could we not head under a million? SmackDown is doing 400,000 less than what it was doing a couple of months ago. If you're doing 400,000 less for this point, you're in the 830 category. So someone explain to me why that can't happen. Exactly, you can't explain to me why it can't happen, because it very well can happen. I'm not convinced that it will happen, but I mean, at the end of the day, it might happen. But anyway, it's time to get into the quarters and break it down. Quarter one, which was 1.334 million. 466,000 in the 18 to 49. 8 o'clock to 8:15. Cody Rhodes, Nick Aldis live promo. Nick. I'm serious. Big man. If you don't sort Kevin Owens out, I'm going to have to break the law. I'm going to have to break the code. I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to do all this. I'm going to do that. Well, big man, he's going to do nothing. Sami said the Usos also had a backstage segment. But, say what you want here, right? This segment involved the Bloodline. This segment involved Cody Rhodes and Nick Aldis kicking off the show. There is really no excuse not for this rating to be doing better from what it was, alright? It is quite simply unacceptable, folks. It is quite simply unacceptable. It should be doing better. I mean, to kick off at this lower rating, when you've just got a bunch of jobbers on the show, you're destined for the rating to go downtown. And downtown, I mean, shit. It's going to sink. We are on a sinking ship here. Wrestling is just absolute mince, to say the least. And this, it gets worse for here. Because how could it get any better? Well, I mean, technically one quarter does better, but quarter two, 8:15 to 8:30, Candice LeRae versus B-Fab versus Bayley. Sami Zayn LA Knight backstage angle, down 7% to 1.234 million. This went down 5% in the 18 to 49. Now, I'll be fair to Sami Zayn and LA Knight. Their backstage angle lasted all 3 seconds. Alright, it really did. It literally showed them backstage. There was no audio. It was simply Sami Zayn talking to LA Knight with no audio. Oh, could he be the man to join the fifth member at the pay-per-view? Brilliant, phenomenal, credible, unreal. And then we lost 5% in the 18 to 49 down to 441. So incredible numbers. Quarter 3, 8:30 to 8:45. Ad break, Street Profits, B-Fab, Chelsea Green, Piper Niven, Me Chin, backstage angle, LA Knight, Legado del Fantasma live angle, ad break, 1.235 million. I mean, even more jobbers than the previous segment, but we somehow gained 1,000 people. We gained 11,000 people in the 18 to 49, up 2% into quarter 4. I wish I could say this was the lowest pay-per-view of the the lowest quarter, of the show, but it's not. It's 1.209 million. 8:45 to 9 o'clock, quarter 4. LA Knight against Liberto. Post-match with Nakamura. Sami Zayn the Usos backstage angle. Sami Zayn the Usos, Roman Reigns backstage angle. Down at 2%. I mean, this is just absolute. This is awful. I mean, 1.209 million. I mean, that is absolutely abysmal. Then we've got an 18 to 49 of 410,000 viewers. It was down at 9%, but it wasn't quite the lowest quarter on the show. Because into quarter 5, 9 o'clock to 9:15, alright, we gained something here. We gained 11%. This was the highest quarter of the show. 1.340 million with 363,000 people in the 18 to 49. Only 3,000 people off quarter 1. But this was the Bloodline, OG Bloodline, and Bronson Reed live angle. So the only real part of the show that was worth a damn to be honest. And again, the numbers are still really bad, but they're much better than anything else on the show. Quarter six, 9:15 to 9:30. Kevin Owens promo, Motor City Machine Guns against the Street Profits through an ad break. Yeah, this did 1.172 million, down 13% and down 14% for the lowest 18 to 49, 397, under 400,000 viewers, 0.30 in the 18 to 49. Absolutely horrendous. Like, there is just no two ways around it, man. That's dug me. I mean, that's no good. There's seriously no excuse for that. There is no excuse for that in the slightest, man. I mean, 1.172 million. You're 172,000 people away. Well, technically free if you're going under a mil. I mean, dangerously close. And I got laughed at when I said this a couple of weeks ago, months ago. Anyway, quarter seven, to back up my point even more. 9:30 to 9:45, ad break, Bayley, Naomi, Bianca Belair, Jade Gargle, backstage angle, ad break, down 3% to 1.133 million. Wah, wah, wah. But the quarter went up, no worries, 8,000 viewers, 405. So again, 1.133 million. I mean, that is absolutely abysmal. I mean, you're talking about 207,000 viewers less than like 15, 20 minutes before. How it just shows you that, like, people openly do care about the bloodline, and you need to centre your shows around the people that they actually care about. See, back in the day, man, see if they looked at this and went, Bayley, Naomi, Bianca, Jade Gargle, don't draw a dime. I think it's about time that we scrapped all of them and used them in limited capacities. Maybe you'd get somewhere. 9:45 to 10 p.m. Quarter 8, Nia Jax versus Naomi through Pipat's post match, Tiffany Stratton, Candice LeRae, and then Roman Reigns had a backstage angle. So we gained 8% and 4% in the 18 to 49, up to 1.219 million. Absolutely awful. We're trying to get us out at a 1.235 and a 432,000 viewers. It's just awful. Like, there is no two ways around it, folks. These numbers here are absolutely horrific. Like, they are just absolute shite. And I am convinced more than ever, right? Wrestling will go under a million in the near future. You can't exactly put a date on it. But see, right, I'll tell you what, I say you can't put a date around it. We're talking about your 235,000 viewers above it. See if you factor in a taped edition, right, around the Christmas periods, when no one else cares. I mean, you shouldn't care about wrestling really all year round, but around that time, I tell you what, it is going to be absolutely shite on a stick. Till next time, peace.